What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified heavyweight world champion, LINEAL British heavyweight world champion, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, his trainer, Ben Davison, former trainer, should I say, Ben Davison, decided to air him out and air out all his flaws and tip off the opposition in Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, undefeated WBC American heavyweight champion, for their February 22nd showdown. Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the rematch, highly anticipated rematch. So Ben Davison decided that he wanted to go ahead and air out all of Tyson Fury's flaws, and why he wasn't successful in the first fight with Wilder and why he won't be successful in the second fight with Deontay Wilder, should he not address these flaws. He stated that Tyson Fury tips off his opponents by little gesture he does and little movements he does in the ring, and they have been trying to work on them in training camp. Now, he don't know if he continued on trying to work on correcting those bad habits, he says, but because obviously he's been fired, so he's not in camp, right? So, you know, he's stating that to clean it up, he tried to state that Deontay Wilder has bad habits and tips off his opposition as well. So he was going at it, trying to say that, you know, he was just breaking down the fight, right? But in all reality, it comes off as a little jealous, right? It comes off as if you upset, right? Because for the mere fact that he decides to go out and let the world know these little gestures and tip-offs that he gives his opponents to let them know when he's going to throw a punch, or, you know, to a preview to what he's getting ready to do in the ring, is absurd. Because according to him and according to Tyson Fury, they still have a good friendship. They still have a good relationship. So why would you want to go and tip the world off to that? Why wouldn't you want to do that after the fight? Or is this a ploy to get Deontay Wilder in the trap? You know, maybe Deontay Wilder's listening, you know, and thinks that that's a, you know, an advantage, and, you know, goes to act on it, and it's a trap, right? That's a possibility. But I'm leaning towards the opposite. I'm leaning towards the fact that I believe that Ben Davison is a little salty. I believe that Ben Davison, you know, is hurt by not being working Tyson Fury's corner for what could be the biggest heavyweight fight in recent years, right? This is the most anticipated heavyweight fight in recent years, heavyweight rematch, that is. You know, outside of Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, you know, this is the biggest heavyweight fight in recent memory, right? Because Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson, but Lennox Lewis, they weren't in their prime. Mike Tyson wasn't in his prime, should I say. In this fight with Fury and Wilder, they're both in their prime. So prior to that, you got to go, you know, in Ali days, you know, back then. So prior to that, you know, it's been a long time since we had this type of fight, you know, on the horizon. Heavyweight fight, should I say. Now, obviously, we had Mayweather and Pacquiao, and we had Leonard Duran and fights of that nature. But in the heavyweight division, right, this is the biggest fight in heavyweight recent memory. So with that said, Ben Davison is not involved. He's been excluded from this. So he's salty, right? Because regardless of, if you say that you have a friendship and you say that, you know, you're still close and there's no hard feelings, then why would you leak any flaws that Tyson Fury has? Because you're salty. Now, the flaws that he said Tyson Fury has is, he said that Tyson Fury, you know, rubs his nose and rubs his chin, you know, and that lets you know he's getting ready to throw a punch, right? And he also revealed that when he's getting ready to throw a jab, he rubs his chin when he's getting ready to throw a jab, and, you know, then he flicks the jab out there, right? Little tips to know what he's going to do before he does it, right? He said that it's a bad habit. You know, and he stated that all fighters have bad habits, and he said Wilder does, right? You're right, but leave that to film study. Why would you expose it, right? Regardless of breakdown, you should say, if you guys still have a close relationship, still have a close friendship, that's something you should say, well, I'll reveal some things after the fight. Not prior to the fight if you're truly not salty, but you're salty. And so with that said, I don't think that these little tips and habits are going to help or hurt Tyson Fury. Because regardless of the fact, Tyson Fury is still good enough to overcome those. The fact remains is Deontay Wilder has to stay patient. He has to stay focused. He has to target the body, be very, very patient, and then hide the right hand and hit Tyson Fury with the right hand he don't see. That's the game plan for Deontay Wilder to beat Tyson Fury, in my opinion. I think that jab to the solar plex, continue to jab to the solar plex enough times where Tyson Fury naturally and subconsciously reacts to the jab to the solar plex, then bring the right back upstairs, counter it, and booyah. All she wrote. All she wrote, right? So if he sticks to this game plan, right, then I highly expect Deontay Wilder to win this fight. I expect him to be successful and win this fight. Now, Tyson Fury is claiming that he's going to walk forward, walk Deontay Wilder down. He even stated that he was hesitant to make the change as far as his trainers go, but he felt like it was necessary. So this is why I say that Ben Davison is salty, right? He said that it was necessary. So if you feel like it was necessary, then that means things weren't going right for you in camp, you know, with your previous trainer, and you felt like you need to make a change to be successful. So you didn't feel like you could be successful with Ben Davison, period. You got to read between the lines. I know it's a lot of people that have a hard time reading between the lines when it comes to these things. They like to take everything they say as literal instead of reading between the lines and, you know, understanding what they're trying to say without saying it, right? There's a message within the message. So, you know, pretty much he's saying that he wasn't qualified, Ben Davison, to get the job done for what he needs for this type of fight with Deontay Wilder. And it's understandable, because Deontay Wilder has room for growth, and that's scary with somebody with as much power that he possesses. So that's very, very scary. So, of course, you know, you need to make necessary adjustments to be successful. Now, Tyson Fury saying that he's going to walk him down. So if he chooses to walk Deontay Wilder down, then those little gestures and tip-offs aren't really going to matter, right? It shouldn't really come into play, right? Why? Because, you know, that worked when he was using a herky-jerky style, so his rhythm, those little tip-offs help Deontay Wilder catch his rhythm. But if he's not going to use that type of style, then it's null and void anyway. Because the problem is, when he's using that herky-jerky style, it's hard to catch his rhythm. He's very awkward. So that's why Wilder was missing. So if he got these little tip-offs before he's getting ready to stand still, because, yeah, he flicks the jab on the movement, but he stands still at times. And if he's going to stand still and he gives you a little tip or something before he does it, then you could time him, right? It's like Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz has a bad habit of twisting his fingers twisting his hand before he punches. You can see him, he'll do this, you know, before he punches. He does this, right? It's a little twitch. It's a bad habit, Leo Santa Cruz. Just watch him. Leo Santa Cruz, and he'll do this and before he punch. You know, that's a little tip-off, right? And so this is what Ben Davison is saying that Tyson Fury has. He has a tip-off. He tips you off. But like I said, if he's going to walk Deontay Wilder, and I'm taking Tyson Fury for his word, because Tyson Fury said he believes the key to beating Deontay Wilder is walking him down. Nobody's ever done it. Then his trainer, Sugar Hill Stewart, just came out, and he recently reiterated that. He said the key to beating Wilder is walking forward, not letting him get extension on his punches. Don't be at the end of his punches. So I believe the game plan is truly to get underneath him, which sounds hard to do, seeing as though Tyson Fury is 6'9" and Wilder's 6'7". He's 2 inches taller, and he's 260, and then he's saying he's going to gain even more weight. He came in at 260, so Deontay came in at 225. So go figure, right? His last fight is 225. The Fury fight was 218, I believe. So he was almost 50 pounds heavier than Wilder. So with that said, you know, he's the bigger man, but he needs to fight on the inside. Obviously, you don't want to be on the end of any of Wilder's power. So, yes, I believe that the game plan is to step inside Deontay Wilder and fight him in the phone booth and take your chances. Throw caution in the wind. It's better than being on the end of those punches where you know at some point in time he's going to land and get full extension. So they want to fight him in the phone booth. So those little tip-off is going to be hard to pick up if you're Deontay Wilder, if he's in your chest. If he's at bay, he's at distance, you can see it coming, right? You can read it. So I don't believe these little tip-offs is going to play a part in this fight anyway. Now, Ben Davison, though, I believe that, you know, he's definitely salty, and he's trying to, you know, tip off other fighters, right? He don't want to see his ex successful, period. Nobody wants to see their ex successful. They may say it, but you don't. You want to be doing better than your ex. It's your ex for a reason. You understand? And so with that said, he's Tyson Fury's ex-trainer, whether it's in a ex-girlfriend, ex-trainer, ex-manager, ex-artist, agent, ex-player, teammate, whatever. You want to outshine them. Now, you don't want them to do bad, but you don't want them to do great either. You understand? So, of course, he's going to tip off. That's salt. He's salty. But I don't think that Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder anyway. And I don't believe that Tyson Fury deep down believes he could beat Deontay Wilder because he understands Deontay Wilder has the equalizer. He feels like he has a chance to beat him, but he also knows in the back of his mind, there's a strong chance that I'm going to get knocked out. So that's why he says somebody's getting knocked out. And just recently he came out and he stated that it ain't going 12 rounds. I know that. Because he'd rather take his chances in the phone booth. Period. So the little tips that Ben Davison is leaking out is not going to work anyway. It won't have any true merit on this fight. So Ben Davison being salty at Tyson Fury just won't work. See, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like when guys do stuff like that. Right? Keep it to yourself. Don't leak out. You was behind the scenes with this guy for you know, the majority of his comeback fights, all of his comeback fights, which was, you know, the 2 tune-ups, Wilder, then these 2 fights. So 5 fights you was with this guy, you was with this boxer, and behind the scenes, of course you know little nuances and little tips and, you know, his mishaps and how difficult it is to train and what he does and don't do, what he's committed and what he's not committed to. You know all of these things. So if you say, quote unquote, y'all didn't end in a bad, it didn't end bad, then why tip off anybody? Keep it to yourself, right? I don't like that. Like that's disloyalty. I'm loyal to the soil. Be loyal to the soil. Be 10 toes down, no matter what. Y'all went y'all separate ways and it wasn't in a bad way. Then keep it to yourself. Listen, let the world know after the fight. Hey, listen, I'll tell you something after the fight is over. Right? But that shows disloyalty. Right? That shows that you wasn't truly in it for Tyson Fury. You was in it for yourself. And granted, everybody gets into some sort of business, some form of fashion for themselves. Absolutely. But come on, man. That's pure salty. Period. It's hate. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.